What if Caitlin Clark's fiercest opponent never laced up sneakers? What if the real battle wasn't waged at the three-point line, but in conference rooms, inboxes, and whispered phone calls? Tonight, the playbook leaks, the receipts drop, and the most celebrated rookie in women's basketball faces a different kind of full-court press, one designed to dim, not shine. The first name on that secret scouting report? Sue Bird. Stay locked in, because by the end you'll decide whether the WNBA grows bigger than its boardrooms or folds under the weight of its own back-office schemes. The Bird bombshell. Sue Bird has never needed clickbait, 4 rings, 5 Olympics, an ironclad legacy. Yet on June 27th, her Bird's Eye View podcast turned from nostalgia trip to emergency broadcast. Clark's numbers aren't the story, she warned. The memo about hiding those numbers. That's the story. Bird read verbatim from an internal PR document: limit Caitlin segments, redirect conversation to league history, frame rookie hype as social media noise. Another bullet chilled listeners. If season momentum slows, consider tension narrative, race, regional bias, veteran resentment. Bird's voice cracked. Not with fear, outrage. She'd entered the league in 2002 when rookies were minted into stardom, not muzzled. But this? This smelled like containment. They're sandbagging the spark, she said, to protect an old script. Yet the real jaw-dropper wasn't the memo. It was the meeting. Bird described a spring Zoom with senior executives. One suit asked, deadpan, "Can we work a race angle to boost midsummer ratings?" Bird froze. She'd heard cynical ideas before, but never one so brazen. "That's when I knew," she told her co-host. "It wasn't mismanagement. It was orchestration." Bird's episode went live at dawn. By lunch, it racked up 3 million listens and detonated across X and TikTok. Clips overlapped like confetti. Racial controversy. Censor Clark. Sue Bird expose as executives. ESPN anchors scrambled. League spokespeople issued a tight 12-word denial. But the hashtag number "Let Her Shine" was already trending worldwide. And that was only opening tip. But policing headlines was child's play compared to what happened on the court. Whistles and double standards, May 18th. Indiana Fever versus Phoenix Mercury. Clark misses a deep step back, taps the glass in frustration, jogs back on D, tweet technical foul. No warning, no sideline chat, just a straightaway T for showing up the game. Flashback 1 month. Veteran Diana Taurasi hurls her warm-up jacket after a foul call, peppers the air with unscripted expletives, and storms to her bench. Result, a gentle lecture and play resumes. Next 2 weeks, fans splice side-by-side clips, Clark absorbing shoulder checks with 0 whistles, while vets earned and ones on glancing contact. One viral montage tallied 9 identical screens. Clark flattened, play on, veteran grazed, flagrant foul. Then another leak, this time from Zebraland. Referees, speaking off record, described a May 10th memo: heightened enforcement on rookie emotional displays. Maintain decorum. Translation? Rookies get shorter leashes. Clark, already a lightning rod, became a whistle magnet. Sportsbooks noticed. Her technical foul prop bet opened at +800 in April. By June, it sat at +120. Commentators joked Vegas had a better read on officiating than the league did. The disparity morphed from speculation to spectacle. Every phantom whistle felt less like human error and more like policy. And every missed call pushed casual fans toward a single conclusion: the script was rigged. But if the stripes set the stage, marketing wrote the dialogue. Marketing the race narrative. Mid-June CNBC sit-down. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert beams as she calls Clark versus Angel Reese the perfect contrast: precision versus power, Midwest ice versus Gulf Coast grit. The soundbite plays safe until an unaired clip surfaces. Pressed on hate speech tweets, Engelbert shrugs. Attention is attention. Days later, a 14-page deck leaks. Racial arc storyline, outline and tactics. Slide titles hum with corporate chill. Split-screen visual, ice versus grit, heritage headlines, social surge week 6, color commentary. Staffers are instructed to plant buzzwords, nudge broadcasters, stoke healthy rivalry. Within 24 hours, backlash erupts. Reese posts, "I ball. I don't box check." Clark echoes, "Our jerseys are the only colors that matter." A coalition of ex-NBA stars calls the strategy tone-deaf alchemy. Sponsors send polite but pointed emails. "We sell unity, not proxies for culture war." Engagement metrics prove both sides right. Overall impressions climb, yet core fan sentiment plunges 12%, the sharpest dip since the 2020 bubble. The league's quest for viral heat scorched its own foundation. And when heat turns toxic, guess who gets blamed? Toxic fandom scapegoat. With controversy snowballing, the front office rolls out no space for hate. Press release touts respect, online filters, and a gentle reminder for players to limit time on socials. Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe torch the initiative on their next podcast. "Telling women to log off isn't protection," Rapinoe snaps. "It's a gag order." Bird adds, "If bigots drown your timeline, the answer isn't shh, it's stand up." Meanwhile, attendance surges. Fever ticket demand forces secondary market prices past $200. Schools bus students in for day games. Merch counters run out of Clark's number 22 jerseys by halftime. The louder the league asks fans to simmer down, the more fervent they become. Yet press briefings label the crowd overzealous, rowdy, and Bird's favorite, demographically volatile. Somehow zeal transforms into liability, and the narrative shifts from celebrating growth to babysitting hysteria. But hysteria, it turns out, is lucrative. Follow the money. April 20th. ESPN, Amazon Prime, and NBC Universal sign an 11-year, $2.2 billion broadcasting pact. Press materials highlight historic momentum, though insider chatter credits a single name: Clark. Ticket revenue? Up 85% year over year. Average attendance leaps from 7,500 to 13,800. Social commerce data shows a 3-times spike in jersey sales, 70% of which carry the number 22. Cue the safe versus star power brief, May 2nd. 2 columns, 1 dilemma. Option A, go all in on Clark. Pre-game features, exclusive sit-downs, behind-the-scenes docu-series. Option B, balanced narrative, with tried-and-true conflicts, tech fouls, rivalry brawls, veteran comebacks. The document warns overexposure risks diluting the core WNBA brand, yet also concedes a Clark-centric blitz could unlock unprecedented global reach. Audio leaks from a May 15th executive meeting capture the tension. VP 1, we can't ignore the cash cow. VP 2, clicks from conflict don't build fandom, they burn it. The boardroom gridlock bleeds into broadcasts. Some nights Clark is spotlighted like a generational talent. Others she's relegated to B-roll behind recycled feud packages. The inconsistency feels less like balance, more like internal tug-of-war. And players feel the rope burn first. Players versus PR machine. Locker rooms seldom agree on playlists, let alone politics. Yet by early July, veterans and rookies unite on one grievance: stop weaponizing identity. Brianna Stewart tweets, "The game sells itself. Trust it." Chelsea Gray tells reporters, "Conflict is part of sports. Contriving it isn't." Angel Reese, after another whistle war, faces mics and simply says, "Fix the calls, not the storyline." Her comment trends for days, eclipsing even highlight reels. Behind closed doors, Clark keeps receipts. She sent every memo leak to her agent, who's quietly lawyering for intellectual property clarification on viral clips. If the league profits off her likeness while damping her voice, she wants language changed. Sue Bird, now mentor and megaphone, rallies former stars. They pen an open letter, "Celebrate, don't sanitize." Signatures range from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops. The message? Nurture the phenomenon, don't neuter it. That ultimatum sets up a season-defining choice. The league at a crossroads. Early August Owners Summit, Las Vegas. Agenda lists 3 bold proposals. Expand finals to best of 7. Lengthen season to 44 games. Launch a mid-season Rising Stars showcase streamed free on Prime. The moves scream growth, yet skeptics point out the fine print. Stricter content guideline clauses, heavier fines for brand-damaging conduct, and a nebulous narrative oversight committee. In other words, play longer, talk less. Outside the ballroom, fans stage the number Let Her Shine rally. Hundreds sport homemade tees. We show up. Let them show off. Reporters swarm, live streams buzz, and the slogan reverberates through every corridor. Even executives glance down from balconies, gauging the optics. By sunset, the league's forked path is clear. Road 1, play it small. Keep engineering dust-ups, temper hype, hedge stardom to protect parity. Road 2, stand tall, unleash organic storytelling, confront bias, and trust that the skill, swagger, and sheer joy of its athletes can carry the brand further than manufactured conflict ever could. The vote? Delayed. The debate? Viral. The future? On pause, waiting for fans and players to push the pendulum. Sue Bird's mic drop. Phantom whistles. Leaked decks. Billion-dollar contracts. Every fragment you've heard tonight points to a single, uncomfortable truth. Sometimes the biggest screens can cast the darkest shadows. So here's the question only you can answer. Will we settle for curated chaos, or demand a league brave enough to let brilliance breathe? Sound off in the comments, share this video if you believe the game deserves better, and smash that subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. Because one thing's certain, when the lights are brightest, real stories refuse to stay in the dark.